Hi, Mrs. Evans. This is my uh, self-evaluation of speech one. So, for the first question, what one aspect of your vocal delivery was most effective? Explain what made it effective. Briefly support your claims with information from the textbook. I think that my volume was effective. I thought it was easy to hear me and easy to understand what I was saying. And I know that that's important because a lot of times, if your audience can't understand what you're saying, it's hard to get your message across. So I know you want to speak loud and clear, and I feel like I did that very well. What two aspects of your vocal delivery need improvement? For each, discuss the problem or interference it caused during the speech. Um, excuse me. I felt like one of my biggest problems was my pitch. I thought that I can be very monotone when I'm giving a speech. I need to show the audience that I'm more passionate when I'm giving my speech, so I need to fluctuate my voice more and be a little bit more animated. And, well, that's more physical, but my vocal, another one was I feel like my fluency was a little off. I thought there was a couple times where I kind of like got choked up on a word or I tripped on a word, and I thought that that kind of made my speech less effective. And I know there was one point where I kind of took like a little awkward, like 3 second silence because I got a little nervous. So I know that you need to be more confident when giving your speech so that your audience can perceive it better. Next question. What one aspect of physical delivery was most effective? And I said that I felt like I made good eye contact. I remained eye contact for most of the speech, I thought. I mean, it was about me, so it wasn't that hard to, like, it was kind of hard to mess up, I guess you could say. But, I had to look at my note card a couple times, but that really didn't even have that much on it. It just had little, notes just in case I got really lost. For the next question, what aspect of your physical delivery needs improvement? And I said, like, sometimes when I'm up there, I like fidget around with my hands, or like I kind of have trouble standing still, like I kind of like sway when I'm talking, and that can like show that I'm less confident. I know, and that like can um that can be bad for that can be bad for the presentation because it doesn't really your audience can become less involved because they don't think you know what you're talking about. So I know I need to like stand more confident and tall. How would I rate my delivery? I said I'd give myself a 7 just because I feel like I delivered the speech well. I just was a little nervous, so I was kind of monotone, but yeah, I feel like it was good in the end. Choose two of the delivery skills that I wish to improve. Provide details of how I will go about improving them. And I said I wanted to improve my posture because I look kind of slouched and hunched over, kind of reserved, but I need to like open myself up to become more confident. I need to keep my head up high, not look down a lot. And I also wanted to use like gestures more. I don't really gesture, and I think that that will also help me with my fidgeting. Because if I figure, if I want to be animated and I want to like use my hands when I'm talking, I want people to, be able to perceive it as like following the message of my speech. I don't want it to distract them. So if I can like kind of implement that into my speeches, I guess it'll lead to less fidgeting. Did I deliver my speech extemporaneously? And I said, yeah, I did. I know it was, and the topic of the speech was about me, so I'm the most qualified person on the planet to be talking about me. And it was way easier to deliver the speech because it's not that hard to, talk about yourself. When using a note card, what if anything will I change next time? And I said I probably won't change much since the speech is going to be a demonstrative speech about one of my skills, so it'll be something I know a lot about. I can be confident in giving that, and I can be credible, and I can prove that I know what I'm talking about in the speech. How did you feel when watching yourself? And just like anyone, I don't like to hear my own voice, but I don't think it was hard to watch myself. I definitely saw points where I looked a little unnerved, I guess you could say. Like my nerves were getting to me. I was getting a little nervous, but I feel like it went well in the end. And you never know when your nerves can hit you when you're giving a speech, and you just get nervous and then forget something for even a second, and then that just interrupts your whole entire train of thought. What surprised me in my speech or about delivering the speech, and what surprised me when I was giving my speech was I was still pretty nervous, even though I was just delivering it to a group of, three of my closest friends. I was still nervous because I guess it still kind of felt like I was giving the speech to you because I knew that's who it was for in the end. So yeah, I still felt a little nervous, and that surprised me. And that is the last question. Okay, goodbye.